may be watching by TV, I want you to know we are in my hometown of Plant City, Florida. It is the winter strawberry capital of the nation, in case anyone was wondering. We are very proud of that. And I am incredibly humbled to be your Republican nominee for the United States Senate. As I have traveled the state and as I have talked to all of you in this room, I am energized and inspired by the momentum we are building together. We are standing for common sense, a commitment to safe communities, a commitment to accountable and responsive government, a commitment to ensuring the people's government puts the people's interest first, and an appreciation and an affirmance of the ideals of this country, the ideals this country was founded on, and a renewed pledge to do all we can to ensure this remains the greatest country on earth. When my friend Governor DeSantis asked me to take the baton from Marco Rubio when he answered the call to become our Secretary of State, I will be honest, it was a big decision for me and for my family. My family is here tonight, as you can see. We made this decision together, and while I didn't expect this to be the next chapter in my life, not a day goes by, not a problem or a frustration, and I can tell you, there are many frustrations in the United States Senate, but not a day goes by that I do not embrace the challenge as an opportunity to use my experience and my training to fight and serve Floridians. I am forever grateful for Governor DeSantis for trusting me with this responsibility. Growing up, I'm a small town girl, a 3-time grad from the University of Florida, go Gators! A 5th-generation Floridian, a judge, a prosecutor, Florida's Attorney General. I've dedicated my life to serving my fellow Floridians. And as Attorney General, when I went after drug companies that had contributed to the opioid epidemic, when I went after drug traffickers and human traffickers, when I protected our children and social media or our seniors, the most vulnerable among us, I was very honored when President Trump asked me to be the only Attorney General in the nation to serve on the Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement and the Administration of Justice. And when Biden lost his mind and opened up the border and pushed more and more millions of people into our country unvetted, I fought back on behalf of this state, and we won. But I want to take you back to a time when Governor DeSantis and I had to fight like heck to protect this state and our people when we saw the biggest government crackdown on people and their rights during one of the most challenging time in our nation's history. When they shut people up in their homes, they closed down our churches, they closed down our businesses, they closed down our schools. We fought case after case. We pushed back on the narratives, and we kept Florida open and free. We did not relent. We fiercely fought back. And today we have the most successful state in the nation, the number 14 economy in the world. We have the lowest tuition but the highest graduation rates. We are breaking tourism records. We are #1 in new business formation and entrepreneurship. No one, no state holds a candle to the state of Florida because we pushed back on big government when it mattered the most. And that is because we just remain true to what government is supposed to do. Maybe most importantly, what it's not supposed to do. Government at its core, at its first principle, is to protect people's safety and their rights. And when the governor asked me to serve in the United States Senate, he knew that I would go up there with that same intensity, the same focus, and fight on behalf of Florida. He knew I would go to DC and fight for your families the way I fight for my own. My sister, who is with us tonight, says sometimes you have to fight like crazy to fight crazy. And we are staring down crazy in the socialists today. She also says she thinks I got my training not so much from being an aggressive prosecutor or attorney general, but that we were both travel baseball moms, and that is why we are so aggressive, for standing up for what we know what is right. And so when I got to D.C., I didn't miss a beat. Immediately, when all those Texas senators were like, don't mess with Texas, I said, you know what, buddy, don't F with Florida. Don't fool with Florida. I'm from Plant City. What did you think I was talking about? And let me tell you, every single day, I am fighting for your families and for this country. My colleagues test my patience sometimes in the United States Senate. They will spend hours, days, weeks talking about a nomination or rules. And at that time, the Democrats are busy trying to figure out which proposal they're going to put forward to burn our house down. We have got to be more aggressive to protecting this country. And since I got there, I have done just that. I would not be here if it wasn't for my incredible family, my incredible husband, Justin, our boys, Brandon and Connor. Brandon cannot be here. He is on active duty with the military. They have been incredibly supportive throughout this process. And I have to say, my boys ask incredibly pertinent, on-topic questions. They push me for answers. They demand discussions. And I am so inspired by that because I know we are trusting our next generation not only with the blessings of this country, but the responsibility that comes with taking the baton from our generation. It will be in good hands. My husband, Justin, as you know, is a career law enforcement officer. He inspires me every day. He has a passion for protecting others, standing on that line, not wavering from that responsibility ever, even in the face of fear, the unknown, and unimaginable evil. I admire him very much, and I couldn't do this without him. And to my friends and family that are here tonight, some friends, we've known each other since we were in the single digits. It's been a long time since then. But we are Plant City grown and Florida strong now. Those of you that are here, some of you taught me how to do a debate. Some of you taught me how to get on a sports team. Some of you might have even taught me how to milk a cow. Whatever your contribution was to getting me here today, I want you to know I honor it, I cherish it, and I will never forget it. Thank you, Plant City. And I would like to shout out my incredible team that works in Washington on your behalf. I told them our mission is to serve the people. We are only there to serve them. And in 1 year, it's never been done before, my team achieved an award from a bipartisan organization, the best constituent service of any Senate office in the nation. And we did it after 1 year. That had never been done. And I'm so proud of my team. We also were named one of the most productive senators. We got up there and we got to work. We got busy trying to show the country what it means when government truly understands who their bosses are, who they serve. It's not themselves. It's not anyone else's interest. It's the people that sent them there to do their work, because the power remains with the people. That is what our founding fathers guaranteed in that promise 250 years ago. And so while my opponents up until tonight have been trying to outcompete which could be more communist or more socialist, I've been delivering wins for you, for the people, keeping more money in your pockets. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, child investment accounts for every American baby born, never been done before, more resources for education and parental choice, opportunity for our kids, meaningful opportunity that depends on child's needs, not the zip code they happen to be born into. I am so excited to be your senator, and Tampa Bay knows how life-changing hurricanes can be. When I got to DC, I realized how many outstanding claims we had on some of our hurricane claims. We got to work. We've delivered billions in outstanding claims that were going back years and storms by rolling up our sleeves, getting to work, and remembering who our bosses were. And we did that for you, Florida. And for my campaign team, our campaign motto is Florida is a firewall for freedom. And it is, because we were the beacon of freedom during a time when the nation went crazy, when there were cities that disrespected, demoralized, and defunded law enforcement, when they shut people up in their own homes, when government was so oppressive, everyone needed a state to look towards, and we did that here in Florida. It's why we've been so successful. It's why so many people are shoving each other out of the way to move to Florida. That is the Florida way. We know in Florida, we need people to go to Washington that will stand up for America, will stand up for Floridians. That is why I was proud to be an original co-sponsor of the Save America Act, which, you know, says only Americans should vote in American elections. 80% of Americans agree. And I have been pushing my colleagues to get that done. My campaign team knows that every American needs to focus on how their senators are voting on that, how they are pushing for that, and that is why they are fighting for you every day to make sure we're successful in this election. Today is the 106th anniversary that the 19th Amendment was ratified in our Constitution that guaranteed the women the right to vote. It is strange to me that we celebrate that today when we are facing down people that want to eliminate or roll back the opportunities, whether educational or sports opportunities, that we have fought for and marched for women for decades. And we have achieved so much. But let me tell you this. When I am your new United States Senator, there is no way we will roll back opportunities for our girls and women on my watch. It will never happen. There are people right now that are signing up proudly for a socialist party. Many would call it a communist party. And they are bending on everything that this country stands for to join this radical fervor. And don't think it is a wing of a party. I want you to look at the election results tonight. My opponent will be a self-proclaimed socialist that proudly signed up and joined the Democratic Socialists of America. That will be my opponent. And on one side, you will have a candidate that stood up for this state in the face of government crackdown, big government, called out Washington, held them to account, has pressed for accountability when they overreached their power and lied to the American people, always stood for independent and American rights. And you're going to have one side that I'm going to be up against that wants to, and the platform says, defund the police, don't fund our military, open up the border, non-citizen voting. I could go on and on. I'm sure the law enforcement men and women that are here with us tonight love the position they have on abolishing prisons and releasing criminals into our communities. We're not making this stuff up. In the state of Florida, who stood strong in the face of big government, you have now a Democratic Party that has put up as their nominee a self-proclaimed socialist who runs a bookstore called the Resistance Cafe. I am not making this up. This is not some made-up fiction TV story. This is the election that will take place in this free state of Florida this November. That is who the Democrats are running, because that is who they are as a party. And so tonight, I am grateful for every person that put their name on the Republican ballot and put yourself forward to serve your fellow Floridians. Thank you for that. But I am also speaking to everyone watching tonight across the state of Florida. And I don't care if you are a Republican, an independent, or a Democrat. This election is so much more than voting for a person for the United States Senate. This is about voting for the future of this country. Will this country remain true to the ideals that our founding fathers promised 250 years ago? Or will this country move forward? Higher taxes, big government, government seizure of private production, government controlling everything about your life, government undermining and abolishing every institution that protects your safety and your rights. There could not be a more extreme difference in candidates than what will be on the ballot this November in the state of Florida. And I am so glad that we decided to do primary night here in my hometown of Plant City, because you represent the beating heart of this state. You value independence and freedom. You value the men and women who stand on that line to keep us safe, that would sacrifice their own safety for yours. Angie Nixon, who will be my opponent in November, and her comrades want to destroy this country and everything that it is built on. I am not exaggerating. I believe that America is the greatest country on earth. And in the face of anti-American rhetoric, folks that want to destabilize this country, I think we all need to stand on that line, because this is a country where you can come from nothing, have nothing, and yet create something worthwhile. It is a place you can go to sleep at night and know there are brave heroes willing to fight for you, lay down their lives for you, so that you may continue to live safe and free. And that right there is why I am running to continue being your United States Senator on behalf of the state of Florida. And I want each of you to know, I want my sons to know, I want every young American to know that the American dream is not a relic of the past. It is alive and well, but only if we fight for it. I believe that we can keep the promise of our founding fathers. If government does its job and stays out of your life, and you're willing to work hard, it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, you can make it here in America if you're willing to put in the work. When I look at our country, at these big government, take control of your lives, radical socialists running to destroy it, I see all of you, and all of you watching tonight, standing in the way. I see you standing up for what is right. I see you standing up for a government that fights for you. I see you standing up for an America our next generation can be proud of. You will be the difference in the next 250 years of America's story. You will be the difference between a free and prosperous America and one that turns into breadlines and empty shelves, chaos and crime, poverty and destruction, because we've seen that happen time and time again in nation states that buy into the communist con. Now is not the time to stay silent. Now is not the time to stay home, because in 77 days, if the crazies get in office, they will drive this country off a cliff while laughing and telling us that America deserved it. That is what they say. That is what they are pushing. 11 weekends is all that we have left. So no matter where you live, no matter how conservative your community is or how liberal your community is, you have to talk to your neighbors. You have to talk to them about this race. This is so important. Many people were not expecting the outcome of the Democratic ticket tonight. But there could not be a bigger difference between what I have fought for to make this state successful, to keep it free, time after time, case after case. I am still fighting for it in hearings every day on your behalf in Washington. And compare that to what this candidate wants to see for this nation. It cannot happen. You will not let it happen. You will stand in the way. So tonight, all of us are standing on that line. Every single one of you in this room, every single one of you watching, You're standing on that line. Every Floridian who voted today, who voted for us, voted and joined us on that line. In the face of unprecedented anti-American rhetoric, subversive actions, and historic obstruction, I will fight back. I will not waver. I will not bend or become untethered because my roots run deep. I am grounded in an abiding faith. I am grounded by those in this room who helped raise me. I am grounded by my love of this state and my love of the United States of America. And we together will win big in November because my drive, my mission is to serve you, the people, my bosses, to ensure this country continues to live up to the promises set forth 250 years ago. May God bless all of you that took time from your families to join me tonight. May God bless this small town of Plant City, Florida, and may God bless the state of Florida and the United States of America. Thank you so much.